And then eventually you'll get stronger and more coordinated. Then you can run. And then you become an adult. And you have all that adult muscle and capability and stability and agility, all those things that lead towards you are able to do things that a small child can't. And right now, as a small infant in your understanding about the markets and your personal experience, you can't grasp the importance or the weight of the things I'm talking about right now because you haven't endured it yet. But once you do, these types of lessons mean much more. And that's why these yahoos that get out there and say, oh, these guys, he's just going on and on and on. He ain't talking about nothing. That's how you know they ain't made no fucking money. They ain't never made money. The people that don't want to have conversations like this and talk about these, this is the real world. This is what real trading is about. It's not pushing a button, winning. Hey, holla, up here on Instagram, look at me. Here's my rented Lamborghini. Here's my rental flat that I don't really live in. Come on. Here's my fake watches. I ain't gonna zoom in because you don't see it's fake. This is the same bullshit, man. You guys like all that stuff because it's entertaining. Well, I'm not trying to entertain you. I'm trying to turn you into a fucking monster where you go in there and you say, you know what? I don't give a shit if you fire me tomorrow. I don't give a shit if this business I work for closes the fuck down next week. I don't care. I'm feeding me and mine. There ain't nothing you're going to do to stop me from doing that. Period. Nothing you can say about it. I don't give a shit what influencer on the internet says anything about me. I'm still going in here and fucking kids. Nothing's stopping that. And nothing's stopping you as my student. Nothing. It's just air an opportunity between you and you getting that realization of that profit. That's it. That's the only thing separating it. But you have to make that move. And you can't do it just jump out there blindly. You got to have a structured approach to it. And you're all going to have a different approach. Period. What's your low threshold objective? It might be $500 a week. It might be $100 a week. You might be a stay-at-home mom. You don't need a whole lot. The husband's taking care of everything. You got a big nest egg, but you want to do this on your own. You want to contribute. You want to feel like you're bringing something to the table. You know what? That's admirable. And you might be thinking, all I have to do is make $100 a week and then let that grow and build up. Man, in 2 years, you could still be doing amazing returns if you let the compound effect take root. But you have to submit to that part of that time. That's why, again, I get back to working with a year of mentoring. Mentoring for a full year is crucial because you're going to feel all those factors of downtime when the markets are just simply not willing to give you anything. And you got to know what it looks like. What does it feel like? Can you even tolerate that? Because there's a lot of students that came through my fold that threw it in. And this is too hard. It's not working for me. And not listen to me, in my experience, saying we're in a period where it's not going to be high probability. Oh, he's always saying it's never high probability. Man, get the fuck out of here. I know when it's high probability. And I tell you, okay? And then when it is, it is. But if it's not, it's not. I can't make it not be high probability. Well, let's just say Warren Buffett would be wanting to talk to me, okay? I'm not a billionaire, okay? I'm not a billionaire. Point is, you have to know what you're doing this for, what limitations you have to place on yourself, and not have any reservations about why you're doing it, and adhere to it. So ends, what is it that for you, what makes your ends meet? What's that dollar amount that covers all your bills, all your expenses, all your entertainment? That number has to be a specific number. Then inside that total month expense, they're your total end. What's the lowest one? Maybe it's a better idea for some of you to start there. But you should be moving towards getting to the most expensive one. And I did a poll on Twitter, and I did a poll on my community tab on the YouTube channel. And I asked everyone, I said, what's your largest? I already knew it's going to be mortgage or rent. Okay, that goes without saying, but I just wanted to make sure I had the data to prove to everybody this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. But everybody understands that's going to be the largest expense. So what is your rent? What is your mortgage payment every single month? That's your largest expense. So you might start with the smallest bill, like a credit card or a utility bill or some kind of expense like a car note. Not that $900 is a small car note, because it's, in my mind, even with the money I have, Yeah, that's a lot of money for a car payment. Like, we're not talking about like a BMW. I mean, it's a Tacoma pickup truck. It's nothing special, but it's a note. It needs to be paid. So how do you go in and attack that? And then each time you get to that threshold of meeting some low-hanging objective in your ends that need to be met, so in other words, whatever the lowest bill is, you start there, and then you graduate towards what's the next bill. If you're making that money, work up to the largest expense, which is either rent or mortgage. And then once you have that, even if it's 50% of that, that's a huge weight off your shoulders and an encouragement to your, as a trader, you're encouraged. You don't need anybody else to tell you you're doing the right thing. You don't need anybody to give you an attaboy, attagirl, pat on the back. You feel it because you see it. Like, I know I'm making this money. And while you're building up your account, you're telling yourself constantly, I'm consistently working towards this. And it's growing, it's building up. I'm not trying to get rich overnight, wealthy, trying to floss in front of everybody. That's not the time for that. You need to make sure that you have food in the house. You need to make sure that your bills are met, that your roof stays over you, your car stay running, stay fueled up, your health and health expenses are covered, clothing, your children's needs are met, daycare. Good grief. I'm sure you guys that have to pay for that are paying out your ass for that. What if that's covered in your trading and that's all you ever got out of it? Is that failure? Think about it, folks. If you got your children's costs covered every single month, but you still have to keep your job, is that failing in trading? Now, if you ask the 20-year-olds without kids, fuck yeah, that's you ain't living. You're failing, because that's their mentality. It's rich or nothing, and that's their youth. That's how I was too. You have to have everything, or you had nothing. But when you have children, when you have children, a family to take care of, and you're participating in a family, a working family, perspectives and observations change and they mature. And those of you that are in those circumstances understand that, man, if you had just half your mortgage paid every single month, how much would that be off your back? That's all I'm suggesting here as a beginning point. It might be your full mortgage that you can pull out. But if you get anything that's not having to come out of your pocket from your job or your earned income, and you're having a secondary income from this, and I'm not promising it's going to happen for you, because this all relies on you doing it. But I'm trying to put the mindset together for you so that way you go in with the right perspective, because you have a skill set now. You have a model. It works, folks. Nobody's going to be able to come up here anywhere on social media, call me out. Call me out. I'm right here on Twitter. I can't hide from any comments. Everybody can talk to me. But you come to me with some stupid shit, I'm blocking you. Tell me what I'm doing is wrong, or show me what you got is better. Outline it beforehand. Don't just say, here's what I did yesterday. Here's the trades I took. Don't buy into that bullshit. You are here to learn how to trade. You've been taught. But now you need to know how to engage as a trader. So what do you start doing? You don't go out there going nuts. Don't think, I'm not going to go out here and just kill it. Do the maximum effort. No. Reserved effort. Low-hanging fruit objectives. Don't try to do more than it's reasonable for you, because you're just now learning. You just got this weapon in your hands. You have to learn how to clean it, store it, carry it, and not blow your head off. Because that's what most people do. I had a lot of good, meaning folks come through, pay me too, all the way up to month 11, and stop because they didn't want to listen. But everybody quit because they couldn't afford it. They just didn't want to listen. They know themselves. So why make that last payment, that charter member payment, because they just can't do it? Okay, they know themselves better than I do. But there's a lot of you that know yourselves better than I do and know that you want this. And you know that you have everything in your being is telling you you're going to do this. And ain't nobody out there going to tell you that you're not. That's my audience right now. That's who I'm talking to. Because if you're on the fence and you think somebody can influence you to talk you out of doing this or not using what it is I've taught, you're not my audience. You're not a student. You're just a casual observer, and you're never going to make it in any trading whatsoever because you're too